Now, every now and then, a video comes along that changes everything, kind of like the golden grail, the key to the city granted to us by the heavens above. So, in this video, I want to start off by thanking Tim from booth.events. The issue that we've been having has probably now been solved forever. There's been situations when I go out to an event and the printer stops communicating with the iPad. That right there is no fun, and the pressure is on trying to get that printer to communicate with that iPad so that we can print out the photos for every single attendee at that event. Well, one of the solutions was let's move the printer closer to the iPad so that we have enough connection power between the both of them and no signal gets lost. That right there did not work. I tried it many times. And then from that point on, we decided, or I myself decided, to buy a booster, antenna booster, if you will. That way I can increase the signal between the iPad and the actual WCM Plus that's connected to the printer. And that, my friends, did not work. And I was thinking, what the heck is going on? Every time we go to an event and there's a ton of different frequencies and interference, sometimes we have the issue. So I thought, well, moving forward, I'm just going to go full Ethernet cable and just hardwire the WCM Plus directly to the iPad through a USB Type C hub. I got on the phone multiple times with DMP, and yes, I am putting DMP on blast because you guys really have to look out for your clients, the customers, and the photo booth industry is a huge niche of your client base, DMP. So I would really love for your technical support team to be a lot more helpful in this situation. So even though I spent hours with technical support, they even told me I shouldn't entertain the idea of a hard wiring at the WCM Plus to the iPad because the WCM Plus was not intended for that use. And I said, well, I want to make sure that I'm able to print out photos without any interruptions or misconnections. And so what this does is when we connect the Ethernet cable to the actual iPad, yes, we have a stable connection and we can print out just fine and speeds increase a little bit more. However, we lose cellular data and we use Wi-Fi capability because the iPad toggles on the Ethernet as its primary source of connection and data transmitting and receiving. But it all changes now. Now that Tim, developer, coder, programmer, software developer, had a conversation with me and said, yes, that is the case, David. However, iOS, iPads, you can change something within the menu, within the settings that will allow you to have the Ethernet connected to the iPad and the WCM Plus directly to the printer. However, still be able to either use Wi-Fi or cellular service. And my friends, it worked once, it worked twice, and I tested it again today and it's still working. So this is a game changer. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly the settings, how I have them set up on the actual iPad. Now, these settings came from the article that Tim published. I don't even know when. I just know that this article is nothing new, and I can't believe this information was just in the ether and finally just boom, gravitated towards my mind. And I figured, what better thing to do than share with the rest of the photo booth industry, because I know how painful this is. And if you've been in the industry for a long time and you already knew about this, that's pretty cool. I didn't know about this. So let's go ahead and dive into that video right now. Let's get right to it. I'm using the iPhone to record because the iPhone has the automatic sensor where the brightness won't mess up how much detail we can actually see on the screens. Okay, let's go ahead and do a few steps together and then we'll go over to the actual primary solution and I'm gonna take you guys right to that part. I even turned off this LED light so that you guys can see the iPad clearly. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just pretend like you're using booth.events or you're using Snapic. First, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wanna print, right? I wanna print because my Ethernet cable is connected to the WCM Plus and it's running to this right here. This is a random brand that I'm using. I just ordered an Anchor one. I'll go ahead and place the Anchor model that I ordered in the description section so that you guys can order your Ethernet USB Type-C hub. Now the Ethernet is going right in here, and then this cable is going right into the camera. The primary cable is going into the iPad. That's what we want. And then that white cable that you guys are seeing right there, right down the middle, this white one is distributing power over to the USB Type-C to feed the iPad the power that it needs to keep going throughout the event. At the bottom, I have my most favorite power bank, the Blue Eddy, and it's doing its thing down there. We're using a DMP628, my favorite printer, right over here. And so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and hit print, and then we're gonna hit done. Okay, so within a few seconds, we should hear this printer start working. And quite honestly, when you connect it to the Ethernet cable, you guys will notice that the signal goes through a lot faster. Now, there are a couple of things that are gonna dictate the speed of how fast this is. One is gonna be the type of Ethernet cable that you guys are using. So that goes by Cat 6, Cat 8, and so on and so forth. And then also how much data this can transmit and receive, okay? So just wanted to put that out there. I know it's a side note, but I figured it's worth mentioning. So the photo came out really quick. Now the next thing I wanna do is I want to send out that photo through a text message. So let's see if that's working for us right now. So I'm gonna go into the photo gallery and I'll grab this photo right here. And I'm gonna go to text message and I'm gonna put in my number. And then from there, I'm gonna hit send. Yes, send it. And so I'm waiting for this to pop up on my phone. We're only gonna wait a few seconds to see if it pops up, all right? It's not popping up. And so we're gonna change that. We're gonna use the Ethernet cable to print out photos, but now we're gonna switch settings on the iPad so that we still have cellular data capability, because my iPads have cellular data, all right? And also you can use Wi-Fi if you wanted to. Right now the Wi-Fi is toggled off, so I could use the Wi-Fi if I wanted to, so that I can have data on my iPad via Wi-Fi, plus the Ethernet still working. And I can actually show you an example of that. So I'll go in Safari right here. And as you can see, it's stuck, right? Because there's no data and there's no transmitting and receiving the data. See, that says Safari can't open. But really quick, while I have the Ethernet cable, I can actually turn on, and then I'm gonna use my actual tower right here, Canary Capital, so that I have data. And once again, I'm not connected via Wi-Fi to the WCM Plus. I'm connected to my tower data. So right over here, if I go to refresh, we should be able to have access to YouTube. Let's give that a few seconds. It shouldn't take this long because my internet in my crib is pretty fast. Yeah, that's accurate, and that's accurate. It's not working. So we're gonna fix that, okay? We're gonna fix that with those new settings I'm telling you guys we're gonna do together on the actual iPad. So let's go ahead and do that right now. In fact, we're gonna go ahead and turn this off for now, completely off. And what I mean completely off is we're gonna go to Wi-Fi settings and we're gonna turn off the Wi-Fi completely. All right, so we weren't able to send a text message. And when I toggled on to my Wi-Fi from my home, I wasn't able to actually get data from my Wi-Fi. Why? Because it recognizes that there's an Ethernet cable connected, okay? So that right there is about to change. And all we have to do, guys, is this: go to Ethernet, click on Ethernet, and then go over to the interface right here. And right now it says configure IP automatic. We don't want that, but here's what we actually do want. We want to write down this number right here, 192.168.5-115, and then whatever yours is, make sure you know yours, okay? So this is my IP address. So I'm gonna take a quick photo of it because I'm gonna be able to remember all those digits. I'm gonna take a photo with my phone really quick here, so I don't forget this information. Okay. All right, next step, guys, is we're gonna go from automatic to manual, okay? So let's go to manual. And then for the IP address, that photo that we just took, let's go ahead and add that IP address, but putting your IP address, not the IP address that I just showed you guys. So let me go back to my photo
and I'm going to enter my IP address here, and my IP address is 19192 dot 168 dot 5 dot 115. All right. And in the submask, we're going to use those exact digits for the submask. So we're going to add the same digits that we took a photo of later, which was 255.255 255.255, and then dot zero. And then the most important thing, guys, is that we hit save. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and focus, baby. There you go. We're gonna hit save. Once this information is punched in, now I'm gonna hit save. Okay, so now it's set up to where it's manual, and it has my manual IP address and my subnet, and the rest I'm gonna leave alone. Okay, so I'm gonna go and swipe up, and now we're gonna go ahead and turn on my Wi-Fi again, my home Wi-Fi, and it's connected to my Canary Capital Wi-Fi. I'm gonna go on Safari to see if that YouTube page can pop up here, you know, or just list any page that pops up. That'll be fine. So right away, that worked. That's exactly what I wanted. So now we have data, and as you guys know, we're not connected to the Wi-Fi or the WCM Plus. We're connected to my home Wi-Fi. So another thing that we're gonna check together is if we can actually print photos. So I'm gonna go back into the gallery. See this photo right here? I'm gonna hit print. We're just gonna hit one Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi. So it took about 7, maybe 8 seconds for it to send the signal so that the photo can come out. So we're gonna wait for this photo to come out. Once the photo comes out, we're gonna test the other thing. And the other thing is, if you guys bought an iPad with cellular data capability, we're gonna test that out right now by sending a text message. So there's a photo that I want. I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna toggle off the actual, I don't want Wi-Fi. I'm gonna pretend that I'm at an event and there's no Wi-Fi. You know, there's no Wi-Fi at the venue. So I toggled off the Wi-Fi. I'm gonna go back to the event and I'm gonna send another text message, right? So I'm gonna put in my number, so we're able to print now via Ethernet cable, and now I'm sending myself a text message using the iPad's cellular data capability. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go to my text messages, and there it is. The message came in, and that right there is success. So now, like I said, guys, a huge thank you to Tim from booth.events who really put me on game. This is something that Apple wasn't able to help me with. And the biggest turnoff is that DMP, like technical support, were like zero help. And I mean zero help. And I'm putting them on blast because it's real customer service, you know, real experiences that are going to help their team really improve on what they're doing. And quite honestly, like, I was really reaching out to help for them because I thought, why hasn't there been a solution for this, guys? We buy your expensive printers, we buy your routers. Where's the assistance? Like, where is the real technical support? Anyways,
So there you have it, ladies and gents. If this video was really straightforward and you guys actually did this in your worth, congratulations, problem solved. It's going to be a great 2025 and beyond, thanks to two minds, Tim and, well, I took the time to actually put this lengthy video together for you guys because I truly care about your success. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to hit the like button if you guys want to continue motivating me to push out these tutorial videos. Take care, guys. Peace.